Welcome to One Book, One Review. Hey everybody. So what happened? I reached 200 subscribers. Thank you all very much for subscribing and liking my videos enough to subscribe. I think this makes making videos a lot more fun to know that people are actually watching them and enjoying them. So thank you all very much for that, and keep on commenting and asking questions. Which brings me to today's video. I promised to make a Q&A video as soon as I reach 200 subscribers. So thank you all to the people who left questions, and I'm trying to say your usernames correctly, but I don't know if I can, so I'll put them in the screen somewhere. So let's start with non-book related questions. Super Gusat asked why I dye my hair red, and I have to say I've always been a redhead. So here's a picture of me as a child. It's for the ooh and ah moment. Very cute. And I think if you've been a redhead all your life, you just want to stay like that, even if the redness fades as you grow older. And I have to admit, I think the camera makes it look brighter red than it actually is. The Ariel Assault wanted to know why I live in Germany. And that's easy, it's because I am German. I grew up here and I spent most of my life in Germany, and I have my family here. I love living in Hanover. I have my friends here and I have work here. Which brings me to Danny Marks YA's question. He wanted to know about my 3 jobs. I work most of my weekends at a cinema in service, so that's where I also have some time to read if it's not busy. During the week I teach English at a language school, and I also teach sports classes in a health club. Bubble of Books had 2 questions. First of all, she wanted to know why I talk about books in English and not in German, which is very easy. Most of the books I read are in English, and I think it's easier to talk about books in English when you read them in English. And the books I read in German, when you look at all the videos I've done, I've read 1 German book this year and I've talked about it in German. Another reason for me reading so many English books and talking about English books is because I studied English literature. So I kind of am used to talking about books more in English than in German. The second question was whether I read or like non-fiction. And I have to admit I hardly ever do, and I'm not even sure if I like it that much. Maybe if I got more into biographies, but that hasn't happened yet. Love Jonas 95 wanted to know what my favorite book or book series is. And I think this is a really difficult question, because there are so many books that I really liked and I would love to read more often, but as there was always a new book waiting for me, I hardly ever get around to read them as much as I like. And one of my favorite books is The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. It's a really fascinating story, the writing is amazing, and it just gets to you on so many different levels. Book Movie Guy wanted to know which genre I prefer, and I have to say I don't really prefer genre in general. I love to read postmodern fiction, and I love to read really well written books and interesting stories. But if I only read postmodern stories, I get bored as well. So I like to mix and read fantasy, young adult fiction, and different types of stories. And I just discovered a steampunk novel. I really haven't read any steampunk novels before, and I'm totally new to the genre. So this is a question for you guys. Please leave comments and recommend good steampunk fiction to me. Yeah, I cannot say that. But the question is about book clubs, my opinion on book clubs, and whether I think they hinder or help genre crossing. Let's talk about the genre crossing first. As I mentioned before, I don't tend to read only one genre, but there are people who only like one genre. So as long as you're reading, I don't think it matters. If you like what you're reading, if you like only crime fiction, stick with crime fiction. Reading is supposed to be fun. And I think book clubs are there to talk about the books that you read. So if all your friends only like crime fiction or fantasy, what's wrong with that? And my opinion on book clubs, I can't really say. I'm not the person to meet with a lot of people and talk about the books, mainly because I don't have friends who like the same books I like, and I'm not really the person to go on to online forums and chatting there about a book. I don't know why. I tend to read a book, have my opinion about it, and then I want to read another book. I'm more the devouring kind when it comes to books. Ex-Christie Dreaming by Day wanted to know what kind of character from a book I would like to meet in real life and why. And I have to say I've thought about this for a very long time and I couldn't come up with any character. Even though I like to go on adventures with the characters in a book or experience situations I would probably never experience in my own life, I'm not really interested in meeting those people. I like to be them or be with them when they do stuff. But Meeting them would mean interaction in a way that I'm probably not interested in, because somehow I really do know those characters are not real, so yeah, meeting them is not really on the top agenda. I'd rather see them do another adventure or experience something else, like stick with them for a long time, but not meet them in real life. Let's give this question back to you guys. What character would you like to meet in real life and why? I'm really curious here because I don't have that wish. So Keep didn't really have a question, it was more a request. A request for a video about my favorite adult fiction. And I think that's perfectly fine as well. So I'll try to still do that on the weekend while I still have holidays. So this was the last question I had. Thank you all again for subscribing and asking these questions. And don't forget to leave your steampunk recommendations in the comments and tell me what character you would like to meet. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.